shoulders are killing me. Oof, pain, but subsiding. So last time I did something like this was about a month ago, where I was wanting to discuss Kevin with Acres. And over the course of that month, it did end up getting about 1,000 views. There were some comments below the video. And so if that's of interest to you, we could talk about that or other things. This is one of the first times where I'm going to actually look down at the comments and try to, if I get any comments, because it is Tuesday, and I realize that that's like an off algorithm sort of day. And then when I go on Sundays, it's crazy. It's like you get too many people coming on to where it's like, I don't know where these people are coming from. I just can't handle the little children saying things that are, well, they're just trying to mess with you. I'm not trying to reduce children. There are some children that are reincarnated computer scientists, right? At this point, and are very reptilian and rationalistic in their view and their take, along with many other personas and personalities. And I guess as real as the questions, right, are as deep and penetrating and aware of what I can offer from my end. It's warm, it's hot. We gave it 3 minutes, we'll give it a few more. See if this is something I want to extend out here regularly. I think I will do this, but I'll just do this on other days. And yeah, so my kids were having fun. They went to Maui. They went on a trip to Hawaii. And what can I say? I'm happy for them. I'm blessed for having what I have. I'm grateful. It's just coming from who I am. So I was putting on quite a bit of weight, fat weight, but as I've been shrinking my workouts back to more intense, fewer sets, that are just hitting exact pinpointing areas, I'm working out less, but I'm going more intensely, right? So I'm sleeping more, and I'm challenging myself more, and I'm invariably weighing less. I did start out around 188 to 191 pounds, and now I'm up to about 199 just in the last like month. But that's just from regular food intake, a lot of water, carbohydrates, and some days like yesterday I just had toaster pastries, but mainly cream of wheat and oatmeal and protein powder. There are days where I just don't want to eat. So we'll be placing another order for our food for next month and try to get some more palatable foods that are just basic foods, things where I can make sandwiches and stuff like that. So I'm just burned out on rice and chicken. And I know that's exactly why I need to make it. I need to keep it clean. But when your metabolism's really moving and you're starting to put on more muscle, you just got to stay with that. It's an awkward phase in every endeavor. So I'll be giving this live stream maybe about a couple more minutes, and basically we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. I will say that, the last time I did this was regarding Kevin with Eek Acres, but I've noticed a strange phenomenon occur, and maybe it's just because everybody is on YouTube now, but it seems strange. Like, I followed Joel Hansen, the power eater, from time to time, saw his channel come up, saw him change a lot, saw him go through health issues, saw his body fighting back with all the foods he was gorging on, and really the vanity that he comes with, right? And the guy lost the use of his right hemisphere of his face. He has the same thing as Justin Bieber. I can't remember exactly what that was, but I did put it up. But his entire right side of his face is debilitated. And you start to wonder about this moral virtue principle-based conjecture. Kevin with Eek Acres, he's not doing well. He's got advanced spreading prostate, bladder cancer, may even be spreading in. I think he was saying it didn't spread to his other kidney, but he's going to have to go through a full bladder removal. And he's only 54 years old. So I'm going to be 56 this month. So it kind of, really, I don't know. I looked it up because I've always thought, since I've been watching Kevin for the months that I have, this guy, he just wasn't aware. He's been drinking water straight out of the tap, and sure enough, there were huge lawsuits. I think General Electric and some other companies were involved with some major dumping and things like this. I don't want to say General Electric, but I remember seeing that name. But there's some big companies that were involved with dumping into the adjoining rivers around where in rural New York, where he grew up and was raised. And it's like, man, you really need to tap into these lawsuits that are going to cover your medical bills and ensure that your wife has, provisions, and maybe set up a trust fund where you could chase after these people and make sure that everybody who is sick in the New York area and has similar ailments as you and is in that same age bracket is covered, man, But he just, he's going to have his bladder removed. He's not going to go through the painful process of having something invasively extend up through his urethra and having to inject some sort of, I think, bacteria up into the bladder system. And he's like, oh, no, I'm not going to do it. And it's like, how much pain do you really think you're going to go through? And then what he's asking is, I just don't want to go through a lot of pain. I'm done. Right? And then on good days, you'll hear him talking about God and, sounding and then making people feel bad about not having more conviction and to, his form of foundational religiosity, right? Which is not something that you see every day in his life. He's not reading off, but Bridget is. She's reading off Bible scriptures and actually, so you wonder what the hell's going on here, right? And then I can see a lot of abuse in him as well. Not only abusing himself, but abusing others. And it's like, this isn't casting stones at them. This is coming down to, okay, you start to see that the truth about what's going on is about you, Kevin, right? It's about you. You've got all these 80, almost 82,000 people involved that are your subscribers, and people are looking very perspicaciously at other people, right? But I didn't want to make this necessarily about that. Just wanted to turn on a live, see if anybody's out there. But I see that everybody's really busy right now, and so I'll probably get on with my day. I'm getting thirsty, drink a little water, maybe have another small, maybe a cup of tea or something, and then in the coming moments I'll start in on some back training.